Leadership is often thought of as a position, a title, or a role one assumes in an organization, a business, or a community. But real leadership is not about authority. It is about influence, character, and the ability to inspire and guide others toward a greater vision. And at the heart of true leadership lies personal growth. Because before a person can effectively lead others, they must first lead themselves. Leadership is not a one-time act or a set of techniques. It is a continuous journey of self-improvement, discipline, learning, and refining one's own character. The foundation of leadership, leading yourself first. It is easy to admire great leaders, those who have changed history, built empires, or led revolutions. However, if you take a closer look at their lives, you will notice a common pattern. Their leadership was a reflection of their own internal growth. A leader cannot give what they do not have. You cannot inspire discipline if you lack it yourself. You cannot expect vision from others if you have not cultivated it within yourself. You cannot demand hard work, persistence, and resilience from those around you if you have not first developed these qualities within your own life. A leader's personal growth determines their ability to handle challenges, make decisions, and navigate uncertain situations. Without constant self-improvement, even the most naturally charismatic individuals will eventually falter. Leadership is not just about being in charge. It is about being someone worth following. And that worth is built through daily habits, learning, and personal discipline. The mindset of growth, why leaders must be lifelong learners. One of the key indicators of a great leader is their hunger for learning. The world is constantly evolving, and those who fail to grow, adapt, and expand their knowledge will eventually become irrelevant. Leaders who are committed to personal growth understand that education does not stop after school or university. Learning is a lifelong pursuit. The greatest leaders are readers. They consume books on philosophy, business, psychology, and history. They study the successes and failures of those who came before them. They seek out mentors, listen to different perspectives, and remain open to new ideas. A leader who stops learning is a leader who stops growing, and a leader who stops growing will soon find themselves outpaced by those who are willing to keep evolving. Growth does not just come from formal education. It also comes from experience, reflection, and self-awareness. Leaders take the time to analyze their own decisions, to learn from mistakes, and to continuously refine their approach. They do not see failures as defeats, but as lessons. Every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the future. Discipline, the unseen force behind true leadership. It is often said that talent is overrated, and nowhere is this more true than in leadership. Many people possess intelligence, charisma, or a natural ability to inspire others. But without discipline, these qualities will never reach their full potential. Discipline is what turns potential into achievement. It is what separates those who dream from those who execute. The best leaders understand that success is not built on motivation alone, because motivation fades. Instead, they rely on habits, routines, and a commitment to doing what needs to be done, even when they do not feel like doing it. A disciplined leader wakes up early, not because they feel like it, but because they have goals to accomplish. They read daily, not because they are always in the mood for learning, but because they know that growth comes from consistency. They take care of their health, not because it is easy, but because they understand that energy and vitality are essential for sustained success. Discipline is also about emotional control. Leaders do not react impulsively. They respond thoughtfully. They do not allow their emotions to dictate their actions. They have mastered self-retreat, patience, and the ability to stay calm under pressure. A leader who lacks discipline will struggle to earn the respect of those they lead, because people do not follow words alone. They follow example. Self-awareness, the hidden power of great leaders. Many people want to lead, but few take the time to truly understand themselves. Leadership begins with self-awareness, the ability to recognize your strengths, weaknesses, and areas for improvement. A leader who lacks self-awareness may believe they are always right, that their perspective is the only correct one, or that they do not need to change. This kind of arrogance leads to stagnation and ultimately failure. Great leaders are willing to look in the mirror and ask tough questions. Where do I need to improve? How do I handle stress and pressure? What habits are holding me back? How do others perceive my leadership? Self-awareness also allows leaders to build strong relationships. When you understand your own emotions, triggers, and tendencies, you can better manage interactions with others. You become more empathetic, more understanding, and more effective in communication. Leadership is not just about being strong, it is about being adaptable, knowing when to push and when to listen, when to challenge and when to support. The role of habits in leadership growth. Leadership is not developed in a day. It is built over time through habits and daily actions. A leader's success is often the result of small, repeated efforts that compound over years. The habit of reading leads to wisdom. The habit of waking up early leads to productivity. The habit of setting goals leads to direction. The habit of reflection leads to better decision-making. The habit of discipline leads to resilience. Every great leader has habits that contribute to their success. The challenge is not just knowing what to do, it is consistently doing it. Growth is not about making one big decision, it is about making small daily choices that lead to transformation over time. Why personal growth never ends? The journey of leadership is never complete. The moment a leader believes they have arrived is the moment they start declining. Growth is a lifelong commitment. There is always more to learn, always more to refine, always new challenges to overcome. Leadership is not about reaching a destination, it is about continuously becoming better. Those who embrace this mindset will not only lead effectively, but they will leave a lasting impact on the world around them. Leadership is more than just authority, management, or decision-making. It is about guiding others toward a meaningful destination. At the core of every great leader is a powerful vision. Vision is what separates leaders from mere managers. While managers maintain what already exists, leaders imagine what could be and inspire others to work toward it. Vision is not just a dream or an idea. It is a force that drives action, influences decisions, and shapes the future. Without vision, leadership is directionless. Without vision, people wander aimlessly, uncertain of where they are going or why they are even moving. A leader without vision is like a ship without a compass, drifting, reactive, and at the mercy of external forces, rather than actively charting a course toward a desired destination. Vision defines purpose and direction. A leader's vision is what gives purpose to their leadership. It answers the fundamental question, why are we doing this? A true leader does not lead simply for the sake of leading. They lead because they see something that others do not, an opportunity, a future, a higher potential. This ability to see beyond the present and articulate a clear, compelling direction is what makes vision the compass of leadership. When people follow a leader, they do not simply follow a person. They follow the vision that the leader embodies. Employees do not work hard just for a paycheck. They work hard because they believe in the mission. Teams do not push through obstacles just because they have to. They push through because they see the bigger picture. Nations do not rally behind a leader just because of their title. They rally because of the hope, promise, and future that the leader represents. Vision is what unites people. It aligns their efforts. It turns scattered energy into focused progress. But a vision must be more than just a vague idea or a wishful thought. It must be clear, well-defined, and inspiring enough to move people to action. A weak vision leads to weak leadership. A strong vision, however, creates momentum, resilience, and dedication. When times get tough, and they always do, it is the strength of the vision that keeps the leader and their followers moving forward. Vision creates clarity in uncertainty. The world is unpredictable. Markets shift. Economies fluctuate. Circumstances change. Every leader will face uncertainty. But those with a strong vision remain steady because they know where they are going. A leader who lacks vision will struggle to motivate others. Without a compelling destination, people have no reason to push forward. They may show up, they may do the minimum required, but they will never give their full energy and dedication. In contrast, a leader with a strong vision can ignite passion, enthusiasm, and commitment. They can turn a struggling group into a high-performing team simply by giving them something worth striving for. Vision must be communicated and reinforced. Having a vision is not enough. A leader must also know how to communicate that vision effectively. It is not enough to have an idea in your mind. You must be able to make others see it, believe in it, and commit to it. A vision that is not clearly communicated will fail to inspire action. It will remain abstract, vague, and distant. A leader must bring their vision to life through words, stories, and examples. They must remind their followers constantly of where they are going and why it matters. But communication alone is not enough. A leader must also embody the vision in their actions. People do not just listen to what a leader says, they watch what a leader does. If a leader's actions do not align with their vision, the vision loses credibility. Consistency between words and actions is what builds trust, and trust is essential for any vision to take hold. Vision requires courage and conviction. Not everyone will see the vision immediately. Many will doubt, some will resist. True vision often challenges the status quo, and change is always met with opposition. A leader must have the courage to stand by their vision, even when it is unpopular. They must believe in it deeply enough to endure criticism, skepticism, and setbacks. Many people give up on their vision not because it was impossible, but because they lacked the perseverance to see it through. Visionary leaders are often misunderstood at first. Their ideas seem too ambitious, too unrealistic, too different. But the difference between a visionary leader and an ordinary one is that the visionary does not abandon their dream when others fail to see it. They continue forward, even when they are the only one who believes. Over time, as the vision starts to take shape, as progress becomes visible, as small wins turn into momentum, others begin to see what the leader saw all along. They begin to believe, they begin to follow. And what once seemed impossible starts to become reality. Vision is the legacy of leadership. A leader's impact is ultimately measured by their vision. The greatest leaders are remembered not just for what they did, but for the future they created. Vision does not just shape the present, it shapes generations. It lays the foundation for progress, innovation, and transformation. Without vision, leadership is nothing more than management. Without vision, people move without direction, work without passion, and struggle without purpose. Vision is the compass that gives leadership its power, its meaning, and its ability to shape the future. Everyone has goals. Some want to build a successful business, others aim to achieve financial independence, and many aspire to improve their health, relationships, or personal growth. The world is full of people with dreams, but few achieve them. The difference between those who succeed and those who fall short is not talent, intelligence, or even luck. It is discipline. Discipline is the invisible force that turns ambition into reality. It is the bridge that connects the desire to achieve something with the actions required to make it happen. Without discipline, a goal remains a wish, an idea with no execution. Success is not about setting goals. It is about following through on them, and that requires discipline. The myth of motivation, why discipline matters more. Many people wait for motivation to take action. They believe that once they feel like it, they will start working toward their goals. But motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes. One day you wake up feeling energized and determined, ready to tackle your tasks. The next day you feel tired, distracted, or unmotivated. If you rely on motivation alone, your progress will always be inconsistent. Discipline, on the other hand, is consistent. It does not depend on feelings, moods, or circumstances. Discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when you do not feel like doing it. It is about showing up day after day, whether you are excited or exhausted. It is the ability to stick to a plan, to follow through on commitments, and to resist the distractions that try to pull you away from your goal. The most successful people in any field are not the ones who always feel motivated. They are the ones who have trained themselves to act regardless of how they feel. They wake up early when they would rather sleep in. They go to the gym even when they do not feel like working out. They sit down to write, study, or work on their craft even when distractions tempt them to do otherwise. They understand that the secret to success is not waiting for the perfect moment. It is creating the habits and routines that ensure progress no matter what. Discipline creates habits, and habits create results. Every achievement is built on small, repeated actions. No one becomes successful overnight. Success is a result of habits. The things you do every single day, over and over again, until they become part of your identity. Discipline is what allows you to build these habits. When you force yourself to follow a routine, it eventually becomes second nature. At first, waking up early, exercising, reading, or working hard may feel like a struggle. But over time, these actions become automatic. They become a natural part of your day, requiring less effort to maintain. Consider an athlete training for a championship. They do not train only when they feel like it. They train every day, pushing their bodies beyond their limits. They follow a strict diet, stick to their workouts, and sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term success. Their results do not come from 1 or 2 intense training sessions. They come from years of disciplined, consistent effort. The same principle applies to any goal. A disciplined student does not wait until the night before an exam to study. They review their material every day. A disciplined entrepreneur does not work only when they feel inspired. They put in the effort daily, refining their skills, learning from failures, and making consistent progress. The role of self-control and discipline. One of the biggest challenges in staying disciplined is self-control. The modern world is full of distractions: social media, entertainment, unhealthy food, and endless sources of instant gratification. It is easier to watch TV than to read a book. Easier to scroll through your phone than to work on your goals. Discipline is the ability to resist these temptations. It is the strength to say no to distractions and yes to what truly matters. It is choosing long-term success over short-term pleasure. The disciplined person understands that every time they indulge in a distraction, they are delaying their progress. Every time they procrastinate, they are making it harder to reach their goal. Self-drained also applies to emotions. Discipline is not just about doing what needs to be done. It is about how you react to challenges, failures, and setbacks. Many people give up on their goals because they get frustrated, discouraged, or overwhelmed. A disciplined person, however, keeps going despite these feelings. They do not let emotions dictate their action. They learn to push through discomfort, stay focused, and keep moving forward. Discipline in different areas of life. Discipline is not just about work or achieving career success. It applies to every area of life. Health and fitness. Eating healthy requires discipline. Junk food is easy, but maintaining a nutritious diet takes effort. Exercising regularly is not always enjoyable, but it is necessary for long-term health. Getting enough sleep requires discipline to turn off distractions and prioritize rest. Finances. Saving money requires discipline. It is easy to spend, but building financial security means controlling impulses. Investing for the future takes patience and the ability to resist unnecessary expenses. Sticking to a budget requires self-retreat and commitment. Personal development. Learning a new skill takes discipline. It is easy to give up when things get difficult, but growth comes from perseverance. Rereading and expanding knowledge requires the discipline to set aside time each day. Practicing self-reflection and improving habits takes commitment. Relationships. Maintaining strong relationships requires discipline in communication, patience, and effort. Being a supportive friend, spouse, or parent means showing up consistently, even when life gets busy. Controlling emotions and avoiding unnecessary arguments requires self-discipline, discipline, and time management. One of the biggest obstacles to success is poor time management. Many people claim they do not have enough time to work on their goals, but the truth is that most people waste hours every day on unproductive activities. Discipline is the ability to take control of your time. It is about setting priorities, eliminating distractions, and making every hour count. A disciplined person does not wait until they find time for their goals. They make time. They wake up earlier, cut out unnecessary activities, and use their energy wisely. Time is the most valuable resource we have. Once it is gone, it cannot be recovered. The disciplined person understands this and treats their time with respect. They plan their days, set deadlines, and ensure that every action aligns with their goals. The pain of discipline versus the pain of regret. In the end, everyone faces one of two pains: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Discipline requires sacrifice. It demands effort, patience, and perseverance. It is not always easy, but it leads to success, growth, and achievement. Regret, on the other hand, is the price of inaction. It is the feeling of looking back and realizing that you could have done more, that you wasted opportunities, that you allowed distractions to steal your potential. The pain of regret lasts far longer than the temporary discomfort of discipline. True leadership is not about power, status, or authority. It is not about demanding obedience or controlling others. At its core, leadership is about service. Serving a cause greater than oneself, serving the people who follow, and serving the vision that drives the mission forward. People mistake leadership for dominance, thinking that the strongest leaders are those who command the loudest, dictate the most, or stand at the top giving orders. But history has shown us that the most powerful and respected leaders are those who serve. They put others before themselves, lead with humility, and dedicate their efforts to lifting people up rather than keeping them down. Leadership is not about being served, it is about serving. The greatest leaders understand that their responsibility is not to make themselves more powerful, but to empower those around them. They recognize that leadership is not a privilege to be used for personal gain, but a duty to be carried with integrity, responsibility, and selflessness. Leadership is about putting others first. A leader's primary role is to serve the people they lead. This means understanding their needs, supporting their growth, and making decisions that benefit the collective rather than just the individual. Leaders who prioritize service over self-interest build stronger teams, earn deeper respect, and create lasting impact. When a leader serves their people, trust is built. People are more willing to follow a leader who genuinely cares about their well-being than one who is only concerned with their own success. A servant leader does not see people as tools to be used for personal or corporate gain, but as individuals with their own aspirations, challenges, and potential. In the workplace, this means providing guidance, mentorship, and opportunities for development. It means recognizing and appreciating the contributions of every team member, ensuring that they feel valued and heard. A true leader does not climb to the top by stepping on others. They rise by lifting others with them. Service requires humility. Leadership without humility is hollow. A leader who sees themselves as above their team, too important to serve or too powerful to listen, will eventually lose the loyalty and respect of those they lead. The best leaders are those who remain humble, recognizing that leadership is not about elevating oneself, but about elevating others. Humility in leadership means acknowledging that you do not have all the answers. It means being open to feedback, admitting mistakes, and being willing to learn from those around you. A leader who is too proud to listen will eventually find themselves isolated, making poor decisions based on their own limited perspective. Great leaders understand that serving others does not make them weak. It makes them stronger. They recognize that true strength comes from the ability to support, uplift, and empower those who follow them. They do not seek recognition or praise. Their reward comes from seeing those they lead grow, succeed, and achieve their full potential. The best leaders lead by example. A leader cannot expect others to work hard, stay committed, and serve a higher purpose if they are not willing to do the same. The most effective leaders lead by example, demonstrating the very qualities they expect from their followers. If a leader wants their team to be disciplined, they must first be disciplined. If they want their team to be kind, respectful, and dedicated, they must embody those traits themselves. Leadership is not about telling people what to do. It is about showing them how it is done. People are not inspired by words alone. They are inspired by actions. A leader who preaches about hard work but refuses to put in the effort themselves will never earn the respect of their team. A leader who demands integrity but does not act with honesty will never gain true loyalty. True leadership is not about titles or speeches. It is about actions that align with values. Services require sacrifice. Leadership is not easy. It requires sacrifice. A leader must often put the needs of others before their own, making difficult decisions that may not always benefit them personally, but serve the greater good. A true leader does not seek comfort while their team struggles. They do not take credit for success while blaming others for failures. They take responsibility, stand alongside their people, and ensure that everyone moves forward together. Great leaders are willing to give up their own convenience, their own time, and even their own ambitions if it means serving the people they lead. They understand that leadership is about giving, not taking. It is about creating opportunities for others, even if it means making personal sacrifices. Service begins with loyalty and legacy. Leaders who serve their people build unbreakable loyalty. When people know that their leader genuinely cares about them, they will go above and beyond in return. They will work harder, stay committed longer, and contribute more because they believe in the leader's vision and values. The impact of a servant leader extends beyond the present. It creates a legacy. People do not remember leaders who ruled with an iron fist, demanded obedience, or sought personal gain. They remember leaders who gave, supported, and uplifted. The greatest leaders in history are not those who took the most, but those who gave the most. A leader's legacy is not defined by how much power they had, how much money they made, or how many people obeyed them. It is defined by the lives they touched, the people they helped, and the positive change they created. Service is the heart of leadership in every field. Service is not just the heart of leadership in business or politics. It applies to every area of life. In business, great leaders serve their employees, customers, and communities. They create companies that do more than generate profits. They provide value, opportunities, and positive impact. In education, great leaders serve their students by providing knowledge, guidance, and inspiration. They do not just teach facts, they shape minds and build futures. In families, great leaders serve their loved ones by providing support, wisdom, and care. They do not demand respect, they earn it through love and dedication. In communities, great leaders serve their people by working towards solutions, uplifting those in need, and fostering unity. They do not seek recognition, they seek progress. Every leader, no matter their position, has a choice. They can lead with ego, seeking only personal gain, or they can lead with service, dedicating themselves to the growth and well-being of others. The choice they make determines not only their success, but the lasting impact they leave behind.